being being Hi guys, it's Poetically Jay. Welcome back to my channel, and this is just a short introduction of what my channel is all about and what you can expect when I post more videos. My name is Jamie. I'm 21. I'm from Alabama. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in activism. There will be lots of activist videos from the 60s, 70s, or whatever. A lot of those videos, because I really believe in positive self-imagery and raising the consciousness of my peers and for those who aren't as conscious as they should be. And now, as times are now, with everything going on, everything would make sense and you will understand why, and then you can understand how to fix the problem with the educational videos I'm providing, or the ones I can get my hands on. I'm an activist, so this is very important to me, so you'll see more of this more than anything on my channel. Growing up in Alabama, there were a lot of times where I was surrounded, whether it was at home, around the neighborhood, or at school, there's some form of self-hate because of our oppression in this country. A lot of those, they aren't aware how great their people are because they don't think beyond slavery, so they see themselves as inferior to everyone else, and that bothered me. So that's how I really began to get into activism. It was a big turning point for me. I'm so glad I did it. And it's a lonely journey because not all people are proud to be who they are in their own skin. And it can be nerve-wracking being surrounded by those type of people when you're so conscious and they're not. And you see them bestowing the hate they have for themselves onto other people. It's because of, we live in a whitewashed society where Eurocentric features and things as such is the so-called standard for beauty. So down here in Alabama, a lot of people, they rather be lighter, they rather have the so-called type 3 textured hair, and they just disgusted by afros and this and that, and they call other people black in a derogatory way. And I was surrounded by those people daily, so it's hard for me to be around people who think that way because I'm so conscious. And it's hurtful for me to see them that way, but there's nothing you can really do about it besides inform them on how great they are, how great our people are, how great our ancestors were, how strong they were, how creative they were during times where things weren't as necessary available for them as they are for us now. We are true survivors, and we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, their biggest prayer, and we have the power to do whatever we want to do now. I came up with this idea to just start putting my activism onto my social media platforms. My Instagram is in the description box below, but I started on Instagram and then I transitioned here on YouTube so that I could play longer videos, because I feel I can help somebody from viewing themselves as inferior to everyone else and start seeing themselves in a better light, because I believe this is due to the lack of positive self-imagery that we have in the media and that we have in the school systems. Because a lot of the times in this country, a lot of things are based off of the myth of white superiority, and they believe that because they see that, because that's all that they see. They don't see themselves in a positive light, And when I was in school, we didn't really discuss black history. A lot of the people, they didn't know anything about themselves or their people's history. Like when we was going to school, they used to do, in February, of course, they used to do one history fact a day over announcements on the intercom during February. And I just thought that was a little stupid, but that's the way that my school did black history when it came to black history. And we had black history programs but I felt that they should have been done in a more, I don't know how do I put this. I'm just saying it could have been better. But yeah, so that's how I got into activism. I wanted to help make a difference in the way that my people and my peers viewed themselves. I wanted them to stop viewing themselves as inferior to everybody else, because it's not true. So that's the activism part of this channel. There will also be art, because I'm really into music. I'm a music lover, and I write poetry. So you might see me do something with that, and create videos with different types of poems I write. So now let's get into the spirituality part of my channel. I grew up in a Methodist church where we practice Christianity. I never really was a fan of that, especially with our history, because we have to think about what our ancestors were doing before the colonization of America and Africa and things like that. So for me, it was just something that I never really felt comfortable with or necessarily agreed with. And don't get me wrong, I have a firm belief in a divine power, but just not in the way that we're programmed to think. So, not to say that I'm atheist or anything, but I am a firm believer in having a mind of my own. So I am a firm believer in being one with nature in connection to the sun before giving the sun, like the ancestors. That's what I believe in. I believe in healing with sound therapy. I know therapy is not very popular in our community, but a lot of people need it, especially today in this generation. A lot of people do need therapy, but a lot of people are against it, and people do need help. So I put sound therapy on here for people to heal with sound and things like that. So yeah, I believe in crystals and Florida water, sage, all that stuff. So you'll see me do a little bit of those type of videos. I'll put those on here. So yeah, that's all there is to it, really. I am a very spiritual person. I don't have a religion at all, so that's why I'm really into spirituality, because it's more peaceful without all the rules and regulations and the separations between such and such. But that's what I'm into, and that's why I post those type of videos. I also do a lot of meditating with the videos that I post on here. I use those sound therapy videos. And a lot of people, they like to sit Indian style and sit up and just do the iconic pose that they use with their hands on their knees. But for me, that's not comfortable. When I'm meditating, I like to be comfortable so I can ease my mind and forget all about my troubles. So what I do is, for maybe about 10 to 20 minutes, I know you can do it because you stay on the internet that long. So I lay down for 10 to 20 minutes and just ease my mind like I'm going to sleep, and just listen to the sound therapy video. That's what I do. It works. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's basically all that my channel is about. It's basically how you see it now, but there is more to come. And I know it's not for everybody, but if you don't like it, you can just move along. Thank you. So you'll be seeing more of the videos that I just talked about, and you can also leave a comment and tell me something that you would like to see. If you'd like to do a Q&A, something like that, but just let me know. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share if you want to. It doesn't matter, but that's it, guys. Thank you.